everybody and welcome back to my channel. So the other day I was in an American specialty sweet store. Basically that's like one of those stores here in Australia that mostly sell American branded stuff. Now this store sells a lot of different stuff including Dr. Pepper, Twinkies, and they also sell Kool-Aid. Now when I saw Kool-Aid at this store, I immediately thought back to when a channel called Doodle Date did a video with painting with Kool-Aid. And I thought to myself, I really want to try that out because it sounds like a lot of fun. And if you think about it, Kool-Aid is kind of similar to water, I guess, except it's full of sugar and additives and all that goodness. But yeah, I decided I really wanted to try this out. So I bought 4 packets of this Kool-Aid and I sat down to paint with it. Now as you saw earlier, I poured a little bit out into my palette here and then mixed in some water, and lo and behold, it showed some really pigmented bright colors, which I actually was a big fan of. It actually really does look a lot like paint. However, it didn't exactly act like paint does. Not completely anyways. When I diluted it down really well to get a sort of light, soft pastel look, it really did act a lot like watercolour. I was even able to add a bit of salt to it when it was drying, so I could get that sort of speckly effect that you can get with watercolour as well. However, when I decided I wanted to make the figures in these drawings a little bit darker, and I decided to add a little bit more of this powder to the water to sort of make a darker look, it started to act a little bit differently to regular paint, which is understandable because it's not paint. My main issue with it was that it took a very long time to dry. Now, this is understandable because it's not exactly paint. However, I'm also using a hot pressed watercolor paper here, which does tend to take a little longer to dry because it doesn't exactly absorb the water of the paint. That was probably one of my first mistakes here because I probably should have used cold press. But I recently bought a new pad of hot pressed paper, so I really wanted to try it out. But yeah, other than the fact that it took a very long time to dry, these paints that I say with quotation marks also decided they wanted to bleed a fair bit. You can see a lot in the where it kind of bleeds into the background. It has that kind of look, I guess. So yeah, another thing about these Kool-Aid paints, well, just Kool-Aid basically, it's not paint, was that it kind of, when I used a more intense color, it kind of dried with a shiny, sticky look to it. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of this, but I couldn't exactly start over or anything because, well, this is a challenge and it would be cheating if I started over and did something else because I didn't really want to give up, I guess. So yeah, I just kept at it and kept painting. As you can see, I've been painting these little animals here. Now I want to give you a little bit of backstory to what exactly I'm painting and why. So when I looked at the colors that I had chosen, they were very bright and happy and cute. And I wanted to paint something that was bright and happy and cute as well. So I actually decided to go with something more simple because this is a challenge. So it's obviously going to be difficult material wise. So I thought I would paint something a little bit more simple drawing wise. So I actually decided to go with 3 stuffed animals and their owner. Now the 3 stuffed animals I'd chosen were a teddy bear, obviously, classic. A bunny, which is a little Easter bunny that the owner was given to, and also a dinosaur, because every kid needs a toy dinosaur, at least one of them anyways. and of course their owner, which is a young girl. And here she is. I actually think she's really cute. She actually turned out to be my favorite in this artwork video thing series, mainly because she kind of turned out the best, I guess. And also I was able to use the colors that I had to sort of mix a skin tone. Now I was very nervous about drawing a person with these Kool-Aid, because I was obviously wasn't able to get a skin color Kool-Aid. If you know one, please let me know below. But yeah, I actually used the 3 colors, and I ended up being able to mix a few other colors actually. I was able to mix a green, a sort of dusty purple color, and also a skin tone, which was really cool. I was also able to mix a brown, which is pretty understandable because when you mix all the colors together, you end up with brown anyways. So that was pretty cool because I was able to give her brown eyes. So yeah, I know this video is fairly simple. However, I don't want to end it on a negative note. Now, my main issues with this was the paint, if you can say, dried in a funny way. However, I ended up deciding to go over the piece and line it in pencil, mainly because I didn't want to wreck my multi-liners. But I ended up getting a pretty cute effect, I guess. It kind of reminds me of pictures from a storybook, or even the pictures that a little kid would paint, which, to be honest, is pretty cute. And you know what? I don't mind this too much. So anyways, this was a fairly short-ish video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I might actually be uploading a Copic marker haul, a very simple haul by the way, soon, mainly because I bought myself some new markers and I kind of want to show them off. So you make sure you look forward to that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know below which one of these paintings was your favorite. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!